There is so much more work that has been done on this layout that I cannot wait to show you. And yes, I don't go to work anymore. I don't even go out of the house anymore. I just sit here and work on this layout. There's nothing else I do but this layout. No, I do go to work and I do have a life. However, I have been busy working on the layout this past week, and we got a lot more stuff to show you. There's so many things that are happening in this section, and oh my goodness, I cannot wait to clean the layout because it's driving me crazy. But nevertheless, we'll show you some progress for this week on the road to the open house for 2024. Oh yes, this is a huge milestone on the layout. As you can see here, the elevated line has been installed, and all it is 1/2-inch foam, and I think I cut it about 4 inches wide, and then I used some Walther's bridge girders, which eventually the abutments and piers need to be built. And then I used 2 by 2 inch brackets underneath that are painted. As you can see here, you can sort of see them, but they're sort of hidden. And again, this back wall is going to be a bunch of building flats, so you won't see all that black eventually. That'll be hopefully be building flats. And then all I did was paint it brown, the sides, including the bridge girders, and then I just weathered it using the Monroe Models weathering powders of dark rust and a little bit of black, and that's what it looks like here. So there you go. And then it goes down through here, and it sort of disappears behind the little city scene, and that was the goal of this. And the next step is to wire it up, because I can still run trains point to point on here, and all I did was use code 100 Atlas track on the back. That's it. So that was a big milestone. A few choice words trying to get it up and installed, but nevertheless, it is pretty much completed, thank goodness. So we are going to move along to some of the next stuff that has been done on the layout. So all right, in this corner, as you can see, have added some ground cover here just to fill in some of the dead space. Eventually there'll be shrubbery and some bushes and all that kind of stuff. And they've been using this product from, I think it's Hecky, and it's the static grass, but it's the tall grass mats. And you can see here, I just added this. This is obviously not done yet. There's more to be added here, some bushes in the front here, so that way it sort of all blends in along the sides. I'm going to add some more on this side to go along here towards around the curve. And then if you can see, I'll show you the other side as well that I have done, because it's pretty much all the same thing, and show you what it looks like when it's pretty much completed. Alright, so we're on the other side here, and you can see here's some of that tall grass that's been added. And what you do is you stretch it out fairly thin, so that way it doesn't look like a whole mat of grass. And so you can see here that I have added some dirt in between the cracks here, so it looks like it's pretty spotty, the grass. And yes, I've ballasted the staging for the Reading side of the layout, Arizona Rock and Mineral, as you can see here. And then I didn't finish this scene just yet. It will be finished by someone else, not me. But I did add just the ballast on this side here, as you can see. And I just added some gravel around the boxcar, which is going to be a shed, and just a little bit of a gravel road that goes around the tower. So, and that's all here. It's a nice little scene, very effective. Give some color to the layout before the open house, which is nice. I went ahead and weathered the boil oil concrete pad here for the industry. So that was done as well. So the layout's really, it's becoming something, you know. There's all in here. I still need to do all the switches. I need to add the frog juicers and the switch machine. So After the open house, that's the next thing I'll be working on. The whole month of March and April will be doing these switches so I can have an op session hopefully by May, which is the goal. So let's look around the other side because there's some stuff that has been done on the other side of the layout. All right, so I did this about a week and a half ago, and as you can see here, this is the start of Durban Grove. This is going to be a nice waterfall going down here, and then I have added just some cardboard paper along with masking tape, and this is going to be all filled with plaster cloth down this way. This is going to be taken off. I did purchase from Scenic Express that flexible stone arch. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to put it along here, and then I'm going to cut out for the arches and then weather it. And that will be the arch bridge that goes along the side of the main line. And so the water will look like it's continuing underneath the tracks and out this way somewhere. So that is the next step. And I'm hoping maybe by the time this video comes out, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, February 7th. And this video, I'm hoping it to be out, I believe, by the 12th of February. So usually the Monday. And so it's probably going to be once a week for now until after the open house is over. So I can just concentrate on working on the layout. And then we'll start doing 2 videos a week like I have been doing. Another thing is I've been starting to work on the tunnel for Durban Grove in here. Painting in all black inside, carving out the rock. Still needs another coat. As you can see here, started carving this out as well, so that can be all painted. The next step is building the actual tunnel portals. Now I may do all rock, I'm not sure yet. I may do an actual tunnel portals, but since it's triple track like this, I think I'm going to add the cardboard strips and then add a lot of the plaster rock and molds and all that, and make this more of a rock tunnel portal. So, and that's that. And then this one needs to get done hopefully this weekend as well. So that's the goal. So let's see what it looks like here in the progress, because this is a progress video, and we shall see what happens in this next clip. So stay tuned. All right, so it is now Monday. I'm already supposed to have this uploaded, and I totally forgot to film, but here we are now doing the last minute filming and showing the progress here of Durban Grove. As you can see, filled in all the cracks of these little rocks that I added to this piece of foam here. Also made a few more rock molds and added that. So that's that there. Add a foam to the little creek bed that goes underneath the tracks. And here is the, I forgot it's called like a flexi stone wall, but this is cut out the archways. I already stained it. Next is to weather the brick, or the stone rather. And so that's been added as well. I do have a video on all of this work in like progress form. So individual videos will be coming out soon on the progress and how I built all of this. But here you can see the shapes of the tunnels are starting to take shape. I thought that was pretty funny. And then that one's done there for the most part. And then we go to this side. This is the other side here. Here's the other tunnel portal. Now again, yeah, I don't think any tunnel portals are this wide or this big, but so there's, I think I'm going to be adding rock or be painting it to look like a tunnel portal. And then we go up here. As you can see, this is a supposed to be an illusion that the train does go through the tunnel into another side or somewhere else into the distance here. My friend Roger in Huntsville, Arkansas gave me this beautiful station kit, and so I wanted to use it somehow, and so it's going to be up on this mountain. The goal is to use some trees in the foreground here to kind of block this scene, so that way it doesn't take away from the Durban Grove scene at the bottom. And then we'll have a small little station scene up here with train coming out of the tunnel. And then these are here for a reason. A little bit of forced perspective, as you can see, but eventually have some trees all in through here So kind of like the buildings are or the little town is behind the station off in the distance. And so it kind of gives the illusion if you see it from this angle. Next step is to paint more of this brick that I carved out. Again, I have some individual videos that are coming out on all the scenery work. These are just the progress I have done in the past week or so. And so, yeah, this is really coming out really, really nice. Next thing is to clean it all up, clean the track. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do some painting on the rock this week if I get a chance. I got one more week of doing stuff. I'm also in the middle of doing clients' projects as well. So we'll see how much I can get done. So let's check out the other sides. All right, so same thing here. Here's the overpass I built. Again, another video coming out on how I build this overpass. Completely not done yet. There's a lot more detailed work and painting that needs to be done, including some scenery work in the foreground here, where the curve is right this way. Back here will be some buildings behind the overpass. Again, we'll give the illusion that these homes and these buildings are far off in the distance. So if you're looking through here down this way, you'll see that they're homes, but the trees, the tops of the buildings will be peeking through some of the tree work that will be being done on here. So that's that plan. All right, and some rock and some ballast work down here, and cleaned up the ballast here and between the tracks, so the trains do run much smoother now through here. Oh yeah, we gotta show this here. So I added some rock and ballast in the middle here just to give some color to the yard. And then I have another individual video that's coming out on doing the cosmetic work on this turntable. And there's the pretty much the finished turntable. Next step is to wire it up. And I need to include the roundhouse. Roundhouse is doing a little bit more work on it. It's on the workbench at the moment. But you can see here, here's the roundhouse. That's done. Painted, weathered, added some scenery in the bottom of the pit, some rock and ballast and some leaves and some foliage, well, ground cover. I added some supports under here for the bridge, for the elevated section. It was drooping. There's another spot down here. As you can see, the car looks like a roller coaster down there, so that needs to be done. If I have time, I do have some building flats that I may paint, or at least take them out of the box and just stick them back there, so it shows a little more of a backdrop where the city scene will continue behind the elevated section. So I may get to that, not sure yet. Just to see when I could get done. I got one more week and to do some work on the layout, and then it's completely cleaning up time. My whole place looks like a workbench right now. So let's continue to the other side. I think there's some stuff on the other side to show you. Well, by George, there is. So I added this piece here. So now it really completes the Vista scene for the most part. I did add like those wooden scenics foam that you add to like the clumped foliage. Oh my gosh, that stuff's horrible to use. No offense, wooden scenics. I love you guys, but my gosh. I tried to get that stuff to glue. I hairsprayed it, glued it with, glue. I tried hot glue. Nothing worked. And so the goal is to buy more polyfiber to make more polyfiber trees and do the same thing over here in time. But I had to put this up so that way you guys can see just the overall view. It really completes this whole section of the layout. As you can see here, it does now pretty much blend, minus some of the trees I needed over here on that side. So I need to fix the windows in that cement plant too. That's the next thing I got to do. And that's the easy thing. That's just gluing back the windows. But however, so yeah, so that's that. This all took shape here. Just stacked up foam. That's all it is. The next step is going to be completing this. I totally forgot to do that. I need to add another layer of foam anyway, so that will work. And then up here will be pretty much a cabin scene. You know, something that's really simple up here. Something that's completely different. Just another scenery style vista that's a little scene that's completely different from everything else on the layout. So that will be up there. So guys, I appreciate all the patience actually, because I totally forgot to upload this. But I should have this probably tonight at some point before I go to work. So here's some more progress of the Penn Reading Industrial Division. I greatly appreciate all the support, and thank you so much again. I'm having that open house on this layout from February 24th from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. That'll be after the Northwest Arkansas Model Train Show. That's in Bentonville, Arkansas, on the Bentonville Fairgrounds. So shoot me a message if you'd like to come out and hang out here for a little bit, and I'll give you all the details if you can. So here's a little more sweep of the industrial section of Emma as we conclude this video. Take care, guys, and I will see you next Monday for more shenanigans on the layout. Take care.